This awesome family worship guide that I want to tell you a little bit about. One of the core values that we have here at Fairlawn is gospel-rooted families. And what that means for you as a parent is that it is your job to be intentionally and consistently thinking about how you pass your faith on to your children. So when you think about embodying gospel-rooted families, that's what you should be thinking about. Now, for us as pastors, what this value means is that we are to be equipping and resourcing you as parents to pass your faith on to your children. That's our job, that's our responsibility, and your responsibility is to take what we give you and how we equip you and put it into action with your family. Now, one of the most effective and I would argue non-negotiable ways that we pass on our faith to our children is by regularly practicing family worship with them in the home. Now, family worship can be done in many different ways using many different elements, but at a minimum, family worship should include scripture, prayer, and singing with your family. So when I say that we as parents should be practicing family worship in our home, what I mean is that each of us as parents and children should be finding regular rhythms throughout the week of gathering our children together, reading scripture to them and teaching them what the scriptures say, praying with and for our children, and singing songs of praise with them in a family setting. That's what I mean when I say we should be practicing family worship in the home. Now, in efforts to help you as parents do this, we created this family worship guide, and I'm definitely not the only one who was involved in this. Our whole staff put this together, and it took a lot of work, but we're really excited about it. This guide will help facilitate family worship for you as a parent. We really created this for any parent, but we really focused it specifically on parents who don't have regular rhythms of family worship already, or who when you hear about family worship, that just sounds really intimidating to you. You don't know where to start, and you don't know how to do it. We created this guide specifically for people who are not doing this well or don't know how to start doing it. So this guide includes 5 components in each entry. There's a scripture that you can read to your children. There's a brief teaching on that scripture. There is a prayer that you can pray with them, and then there is a song that you can sing with them or a hymn verse that you can read to them. And then there are some theology question and answers that you can do with your kids to help them remember the content that you taught to them. Now, this guide is meant to be an extremely accessible and easy guide to use. You don't have to do anything beyond what is in here. You can literally pick this up, read it word for word to your children as a form of family worship in your home. So we wanted it to be really accessible to you. And as you can see by the cover of it, it does follow along with our sermon series here, the Why We Gather series. And so each one of the sermons that we have, you'll see an entry in this book with the same title. So you have an introduction, and then the one for today is We Gather to Live in Community. So what we're challenging and really expecting of every parent in here with children under the age of 18 is to pick one of these up, and during this series, this Why We Gather series, we want you to read one of these entries to your children in terms of a family worship gathering sometime this coming week. So for this week, you have an introduction, and then you have the first entry on We Gather to Live in Community that you can do with your children. I don't know if you know this or not, but I asked Lori for the numbers. There are approximately 100 families that attend Fairlawn regularly that have children under the age of 18. 100. And so we printed out 120 copies. Go big or go home, right? And it is, as I said, it is our expectation and our desire that you guys be practicing family worship in your homes. And we really hope that this guide is going to be a helpful aid to you in doing that.